What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you a simple, easy way to install Java. We are going to be using a tool called SDKMAN, which is great for quick installs and switching between versions. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is a sudo apt install curl. Alright, so a lot of you probably already have curl, but if you don't, then you want to install it so that you can run this command here. And this command is going to install SDKMAN on your system. Alright, so you can see that I already have SDKMAN installed. So for those of you that didn't, you're going to get a prompt that tells you to either run a command or to open up a new terminal so that SDKMAN will work. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a new terminal. Alright, so the first thing that I want to show you is just, if you just want to install the latest version of Java, oh, not sudo, if you just want to install the latest version of Java, you can just do an SDK install Java. So now before you run that though, I would recommend actually running Sdk List Java. Alright, and what that's going to show you is all the available versions of Java on SDKMAN. And you can see that I actually currently have 12 installed, 10 installed, and 11 installed. And I'm currently using 12.0.1-Zulu. So what I would actually recommend doing is choosing the version that you want to install. So let's say that you want to install the version that I have. You would run SDK install Java 12.0.1-Zulu. Alright, so you can install this or any other version that you feel like installing. And once you run that, it's going to take a little while. And it's going to prompt you if you want to set it as a default. If you want this to be your default, you can go ahead and click yes or enter yes, and it'll be set as your default. And what that essentially means is that when you open up a new terminal or when you do anything else, this Java version is going to be set as your default Java version. So you don't have to worry about setting it every single time you open up a new terminal. Okay, so I'm not going to install it because I already have it installed. So what I'm going to show you now is, let's say that you chose not to set it as your default, or let's say that you want to switch to a different version. So what you would want to do is an SDK use and Java, and then whatever version that you want to actually use for Java. So let's say that, well, you can see up there that I have 11.0.3-Zulu installed. So I'm going to go ahead and actually use that. Okay, so now I'm using Java version 11.0.3-Zulu in this shell. So what that means is, like, let's say that I went to another terminal and I did SDK current. This is another command for SDK Java. If you look at that, you're going to see that I'm actually using version 12.0.1-Zulu, even though it says in my other terminal that I'm using 11.0.3-Zulu. The reason for that is use actually only sets that Java version for that current shell. If you want to set 11 as your default, you would run this command here, SDK default Java, so let's say 11.0.3-Zulu. Alright, so that's going to set this version of Java as your new default. So now let's say I go ahead and I open up another terminal and I run that same command that I ran before, which was SDK current Java. It's actually going to show me that now my Java version in this terminal as well is 11. Now I'm going to go ahead and set Java version 12 back as my default. Let's see what happened here. Is an invalid version. I don't know what happened there. SDK default. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and run. Oh, that's why. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened there was, and this is good to see, I put in 12.0.3-Zulu. You can see up above that 12.0.1-Zulu is the version for version 12. So let's go ahead and run that and make it our new default. Alright, so now we're running Java version 12 as our default. Now I just want to show you guys that we actually have Java installed and running. So first I'm going to show you this command you can run is echo $ Java home. Alright, so now this is just a popular environment variable that other software like Tomcat uses to see to locate Java. So let's go ahead and run that. And you can see that we have it installed in that directory, and you can actually run let's see, which Java, and that'll also show you where your Java is installed, and you can run that same command for the Java compiler as well. So the next thing that I want to show you, also if you just look at Java version as well, you can see that there you go, there's your OpenJDK version, which is 11.0.3. Okay, so now what I actually want to show you is also you can see that we're actually still using 11 here, even though we set the default as Java 12. The reason for that is that when we set that as our default, we didn't necessarily change it inside of this terminal specifically. So what we're going to do actually is just do a quick, and I can actually show you here with Java current, or my bad, Sdk Java, or current Java, and you can see that we're using 11. But if we actually just run SDK use Java 12.0.1 dash Zulu, it'll actually be the one that we're using. So if we go ahead and run that current again, we'll see that we're using 12. Okay, cool. So now what I want to show you guys is actual Java program that we can run. So let's go ahead and look at it real quick. So I'm actually going to run, I'm actually going to show you guys this program real quick. And all right, so you can see that actually this class, this is just some code that I grabbed online and put it into this file. And all it does is just print out hello Java. You can see that actually the class is called simple. It's actually not called the name of the file. And with Java 12, that's something that you can actually do. So if we go ahead and compile this and run it, let's do a Java program. It'll actually compile, and when we go ahead and run it, it'll actually print out hello.java, or just hello Java, like we wanted it to. Now, I believe that version 10, and I'm not sure about 11, but that actually won't work, and it'll actually give you an error. So if you see that error, the reason for that is just make sure you name your file the same as your class to actually make that run and make that work. Okay, so let's get out of there real quick. One last thing that I want to show you guys is a really cool thing that SDK also has. It's not just restricted to Java. If we run Sdk List, okay, so we can see that SDKMAN actually has a whole bunch of other software that we can install really easily and switch between different versions. Things like Groovy, obviously Java, Kotlin, let's see, Maven, Scala, etc. A lot of different software that we can install and use. Press Q to get out of there. So that's why SDKMAN is just such a great tool. Obviously, you can see just how simple and quick just to install something is, and obviously I showed you a lot more than you probably needed to know if you're just here looking for just installing a quick version of Java and being done with it. And actually, I can show you here. SDKMAN, there's a site that you can go to, and you can actually look at how to install it, go to its usages. You can see all the things, for the most part, everything that I showed you and more. There's a lot more that's involved by SDKMAN. It's just a really great tool. But I think that's it for this video, guys. If you guys have any suggestions for anything for me in the future, or anything that you would like to see for me to do a video on, I'd be more than happy to do it. But be sure to leave a like, comment, or subscribe if you enjoyed the video and if you found it helpful. And if not, like I said, please give any feedback that you'd like to give. All right, thank you guys, and I'll see you later.